about the usage of computer-based examination for the professional accounting student. This paper is written by the Nooraslinda Abdul Aris and also myself, Mira Susanti binti Amirrudin. We are from the Faculty of Accountancy, UITM Shah Alam. Okay, so the presentation outline, we are going to discuss about the introduction of this paper, the literature review, methods and findings, and also the conclusion. Okay, for the introduction, actually the ACCE has introduced the computer-based exam or the CBE way back in the year 2018. So the positive effect of this computer-based exam, it is an effective testing mode. It also eliminates some problems in the traditional method. But there are also some negative effects. So for example, the technological problem. Okay, so Bella and Sirichi claim that the computer-based testing has become the hallmark of the 21st century assessment. Yeah, so most large-scale assessment using the computer-based exam or either moving towards the computer-based exam. So for the ACCA, we have moved to the CBE in the 2018. So for the learning outcome, the structure, the difficulty level, and passing mark is actually will be the same. And then the ACCA claim that what will change are actually the question types, the tools, the timing, and then of course the number of question. So the change actually from the paper-based to the computer-based exam has been stated that will be a helpful component for the successful implementation for the CBE. Because if you look at from the ACCA part, we can see that they have changed from the paper-based to the computer-based. So they have an experience of what is the ACCA exam before on the paper-based. So they now change to the computer-based. Students also found that the institution are training staff on how to incorporate computer literacy into their curricula. So for the lecturer in the ACCA, we have been trained with the necessary skill in order for us to make sure that the students are able to get the knowledge on how to sit for this computer exam. Okay, so the method that we are using here is actually the quantitative method by using a survey approach. We are looking at the students' view on the usage of the CBE. So a simple questionnaire with the 10 questions has been given to the student. Is involved the 9 Likert scale, yes, no, agree, unsure, or disagree. The population of the student, actually, it is from the returning student at the professional program. They are registering for their subject. So we have given this questionnaire to the student to fill up. Okay, so the approach, 150 questionnaire size A6 was printed out. This question placed in the advisor's room. Before the student register for the subject, we have given this questionnaire to the student. Completion time, it is only less than 5 minutes, and then the student have to return the questionnaire to the advisor or to the office. Okay, so the findings, majority of the respondents were female. You can see that from the total 126 students, we have more than 70% of our students are female. They are aged more than 20 years old and then pursuing F level. Okay, so for the F level, it is for the ACCA. You can see that for the F level, it is applied skill, completed CAT, Certified Accounting Technician with 6 papers. So the first level is the CAT, second level of the ACCA, we call that as the F level, and then the P level is the final level for the ACCA. Okay, so what are the results that you can see there? The first 3 question is asking the student exposure and the usage. 84.9% have been exposed to the CBE, because you can see that the student have an experience with the CBE during the first stage of the ACCA, which is the CAT. 15.1% with no CBE exposure. 74.9% have attempted the CBE demo because the ACCA will provide a demo for the student before they sit for the real exam. Majority claim that the CBE demo is useful because this demo is actually mirroring the real exam. 17.5% found that to have technical difficulties during the final CBE, while 46% said they were okay. 36.5% were not sure whether it is technical difficulty or just them feeling uncomfortable. Okay, so we did ask the open-ended question. Some of the issues faced by the student, for example, the usage of all computer, the mouse and keyboard not functioning well, small size monitor, and then they have a small gap between one table to another because when you sit for the exam, you sit in the one room. Sometimes they think that there is a small gap between their friends. And then this, some of the issues that they have here disturb their focus. So the last two questions that we asked, it is about the CBE usefulness and computer literacy. Majority agree that the CBE is a good assessment tool, but 92.1% view the need to further develop their computer know-how skill. So what conclusion that we can have from this basic questionnaire that we have here? There is a need in the advancement in the technology for the education system to revamp its traditional teaching and learning process. Marketplace has also demanded the usage of computer-based rather than the paper-based, which will save costs in the name of sustainability. Towards creating a technology-savvy generation, the accounting professional bodies have started to implement the CBE. We can see that the accounting professionalism, it is not only about the journal entries, but it is more on the extrapolation of the professional values to the real world practice. So the time is changed, so the young generation are aware of such trend and somehow ready taking up the challenge. Okay, some of the limitations that we have in this study, of course, number one, we cover only a single tuition provider. So the recommendation on the future study, we will add, we hope that the future study will add more question, expanded to other tuition providers, coverage on the teachers and even the top management. So usage of the finding, we now realize that the quality education as emphasized by the United Nations. So the Malaysia's direction on the national higher education for the future that focuses on the development of quality human and intellectual capital using the electronic media. So we hope that this study will give an overview of what is the student perception towards the computer-based exam. Okay, that's all.